All right, Shalom, giving all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak Badash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone for teaching this truth that is going all around the earth. Shalom to the hopefully elect. All right, this is your brother Atazawan Ba'af, and I'm going to bring a short lesson. And this lesson really is going to be based on wisdom. Okay, and the wisdom is much needed at this particular junction, right, where we are in our lifetime right now. After much prayer and really lack of sleep from last night, the spirit was on me, and even to the latter part of this evening, as to why I'm actually doing this lesson right now. There's going to be we know Jacob's trouble is coming on the horizon. Let me say that, okay? And I think it's closer than what we think it is, if I can say that. Obviously, we don't know at what point it's going to go full bloom, right? But through the Spirit, I feel like, the men of the Lord, are going at this hard. We are trying to put out as much warning as possible. I don't think, how much more will the Lord have us do it? Don't know. How much longer? Don't know. But I think that there's something that's really, really brewing. There's something in the air, okay, if you will, for lack of a better way of saying it. I think we're much, much closer to the end. And having the wisdom of the scriptures and the knowledge of the scriptures, those of us who believe in Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai is our only hope, that we will be rescued, we will be delivered during this time to come. And I get the sense that this our 2/3 of our nation, they're ripe for the picking, if you will. I mean, they're to the point of just like, this thing can happen at any moment. And I don't want to keep talking here. I'm gonna get some scriptures, but I can't say it enough that I feel like we are getting ready. Something is getting ready to happen. This big, this major, that we've been looking for. This, part of the prophecy of the scriptures, man. Either the famine of the word is coming, like real soon, or this war is going to begin to show itself with what's going on over in the Ukraine and Russia. There's a sense that something great is coming. It's not just the regular daily bullshit that we report on, with people in other camps going off on this or that or this doctrine and what have you. Silly laden women, niggas being niggas. I think now we're getting right. We're right in the hub of this thing, man. We're in the middle of it. And wisdom is going to sustain those that are righteous, those that are the elect of the Lord. Wisdom is going to sustain us. And if you're somebody that's outside of the protection of the Lord and you don't have that hedge, you're getting ready to see a hell of a time. And we can't warn you enough, okay? But really, we men who are working so diligently are trying their best to do the work of the Lord, to activate, if you will, the elect, okay? And I can't say for certain that the elect is already sealed from the foundation of the earth. Sure, we know that, but I think I think we're really close to it being done right now. So this warning is really, is going out to you, to you 2/3 out there. You're about to get jacked up, okay? And for the hopeful elect, the elect, if you will, a glorious time is getting ready to happen. And I think it's getting ready to happen really, really soon. So I'm just going to get a few scriptures and we'll shut it down. But the Spirit was heavy on me and I was contemplating whether or not I should actually do this lesson. And that's why it's coming so late at night. I kept praying about it, but the Spirit, was on me. I was outside just a little while ago, searching the skies, man, looking for chariots because, this was on my mind so heavy today. This is Zechariah 13:8, right? We read it all the time. Okay, wisdom is going to be our stability. The rest of you, hey, you got nothing but destruction to look forward to. Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, those of us who call on his name. It is my people, and they shall say, the Lord, Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, is my power. Okay? That's a scripture that comes up all the time when we're dealing with 66.6% of the nation, of our own people. Okay? This is Isaiah 8:14, and I'm just going to get through these scriptures and shut it down. I don't mean for this to be very long, but I just have to get this out. It may not be a very popular a lesson with those who, hey man, you either gonna shape up and get with the program or you just get left. Okay, Isaiah 8:14, and he shall be for a sanctuary, but for a stone of stumbling and for a rock of offense to both the houses of Israel, for a gin and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. You 2/3 out there, you tripping up over this, okay? All right. Going on to verse 15, and many among them shall stumble and fall and be broken and be snared and be taken. Bind up the testimony, seal the law among what? My disciples. And I will wait upon the Lord Yahweh, that hideth his face from the house of Jacob, and I will look for him. Behold, I and the children whom the Lord hath given me are for signs and for wonders in Israel, for the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua of hosts, which dwelleth in Mount Zion. Okay, the Lord has his chosen people. And we're coming into a time, I think Jacob's trouble is really, 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 really around the corner. Okay, this is Malachi 3:16. Then they that fear the Lord, and fearing the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And that's where this wisdom is going to come into place. What wisdom? The wisdom of this book. The wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the Lord. Then they that feared the Lord, Yahweh, spake often one to another, and the Lord, Yahweh, hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord, and that thought upon what? His name, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Not God, not Jesus the Christ, not Most High Blessed Christ, not Yahuwah, Yahushua, Yahweh, none of those names. None of those names. Verse 17, and they shall be mine, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them, as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not. It's Proverbs 4. We'll jump in right there at verse 4. Okay. Salakia. Verse 3. Proverbs 4:3. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words, keep my commandments and live. Verse 5, get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not. Who's the her? Wisdom. And she shall preserve thee, love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her. She shall give to thine head an ointment of grace, a crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of thy life shall be many. I have taught thee in the way of wisdom. I have led thee in right paths. This wisdom is what you need to get to that ultimate salvation. Okay? To get that crown in the end. Lord willing, we make it. Lord willing, we be those brothers and sisters, those men of the Lord. Okay? How do you get that? Proverbs 9:10, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You have to have that fear of the Lord. Okay? This is no time to be playing around. There's no time to be thinking that life is going to get better here under Esau's rule. That shit's not going to happen. They're just going to keep bringing more totalitarian efforts against your ass. You're not going to be happy here. Okay? You're still trying to travel and go on vacation and do all these different things thinking that you're going to have fun. A terrible time is on the brink. Okay, we'll read it again. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. We're right on the cusp of this thing. Okay, right on the cusp. This is Matthew 24 and 29. We read this all the time. Okay, but I think we're starting to see more signs of this. It's getting clearer and clearer. Okay. Matthew 24:29, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, or that day of tribulation, that great tribulation of Jacob's trouble. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. We've broken that down a million times, right? The Lord showing up in the chariots, his army with him. Okay? Verse 31, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together what? His elect. And you have to be a part of that in order to get out of here. Shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. And this is the parable of the fig tree. We're not going to read all of it, but these are the signs. You have to be able to discern the times, right? Matthew 24, verse 32. Now learn the parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. And you can read up a little bit, okay, if you want. Start at, let's see, Slakia. You know, you go up here somewhere in, like verse 21 and read down to where we read, you know, you could start to see some of these things happening in the earth at a more rapid rate and even becoming, I don't want to say commonplace, but like on a daily basis, you're seeing something more traumatic. Okay, you're seeing more goofy shit that you've never seen before with people. Okay, the love of many, is waxing cold. Okay, all of these different things, strange deaths, and what have you. This is your opportunity. This is your chance to get this wisdom. Okay, and be preserved by the wisdom. All right. Let's read. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, I believe. Yep, chapter 7. Let's jump in right there, verse 6. It says, "For all men have one entrance into life." Salakia. "For all men have one entrance into life, and the light going out. Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me. I called upon the Most High, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed riches, nothing in comparison of her." And we've already established that the wisdom is referred to like a woman, her. Okay? "Neither compared I unto her any precious stone, because all gold in respect of her is as little sand, and silver shall be counted as clay before her. I loved her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light, for the light that cometh from her never goeth out. All good things together came to me with her, and innumerable riches in her hands, and I rejoiced in them all, because wisdom goeth before them, and I knew not that she was the mother of them. I learned diligently, and do communicate her liberally. I do not hide her riches. For she is a treasure unto men that never faileth, which they that use become the friend of the Most High, being commended for the gifts that come from learning. The Most High hath granted me to speak as I would, and to conceive as is meet for the things that are given me, because it is he that leadeth unto wisdom, and directeth the wise. For in his hand are both we and our words, all wisdom also, and knowledge of workmanship. For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made, and the operation of the elements, the beginning, ending, and midst of the times, the alterations of the turning of the sun, and the change of seasons, the circuits of years, and the positions of stars, the natures of living creatures, and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds, and the reasonings of men, the diversities of plants, and the virtues of roots. And all such things are as either secret or manifest, them I know." See? "For wisdom, which is the worker of all things, taught me. For in her is an understanding, spirit holy, one only, manifold, subtle, lively, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt, loving the things that is good, quick, which cannot be lettered, ready to do good, kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care, having all power, overseeing all things, and going through all understanding, pure and most subtle spirits. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of the Most High, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her." Right, because this wisdom comes from the Most High. It's pure. You see? "For she is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of the Most High, and the image of his goodness. And being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself, she maketh all things new, and in all ages entering into holy souls, she maketh them friends of the Most High and prophets." Okay? Lord willing, you get the point of that. This wisdom is the most important thing. Okay? But we are close. I really do believe we are close. This is Romans 13 and 8. Owe no man anything but to love one another, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. For this, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. You do that, you fulfill the law. Okay, you do that, you stay out of wickedness. Okay. Verse 10, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. And I believe we are even closer today. Okay? We are closer than you would ever think. All right? Verse 12, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envy, right? These are things of people of the world, okay? But put ye on the Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, and make no provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. We don't have time for that anymore, all right? There ain't no more time for that. Salaki. Let's go down here to Isaiah 8 and 20. We just close it out. To the law and to the testimony, you know what? I think I want to go up. Salaki. No, I'll just read that. We'll just read verse 20 and we'll be done. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Okay? So everything that you do should line up with this word of wisdom. And this word of wisdom, you will Lord willing, you'll have that hedge of protection around you and your family. You need this wisdom. You need to know this word. Okay? And speak the truth and do the things that are in this word. Okay? I think we're closer, and I think something big is about to happen real soon. Okay? Stay strong in your faith. All right? For all the brothers and sisters out there, I'm praying for you. Pray for me as well, that we make it. Okay? That we stay in the truth. And that nothing or nobody in the world can pull us back in. All right? So pretty much, that's my lesson for this evening. For some reason, like I said, this was heavy on me, and I just had to do it. I couldn't get away from it. All right? To you 2/3 out there, well, that's what it is. Okay? So with that, I'm going to give all praise to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, I'll see you real soon on another lesson. Shalom.